Greetings, John Banks Jr. here, and it's the next time. I hope, if it's in order. But anyway, the last time I was just talking about reflection that come into my mind on regarding the scriptures in St. Matthew 13 in the Bible, where Jesus is talking about the sower and how the sower goes out and sows the seed into the ground, and how if that ground's not prepared, certain things happen. So, the fowl of the air can come up and get it because the ground was too hard and the seed didn't take root or even get into the ground. So it was snatched up. And that's what happens. Sometimes you want to share your experiences with someone, or you want to help them out so that they don't fall into the same pitfalls or anything that you know that you did. And excuse me, sometimes you can see that they could be possibly heading in that direction. So you share your experience, and then they go right on along and do it what they want to do anyway and have it happen to them. And you wonder, well, why would you do something like that? That's because the fowl of the air came and snatched your little seeds up. I mean, you planted some good seeds, but the ground wasn't prepared. The ground's got to be prepared. So when in the example of the individual who had his PBR, when you go out there and you're talking to people, you just keep on sharing your experience. You keep sharing, what's changing lives of individuals because it's changing your life. And when you do that consistently, eventually you're going to find that your seed's going to fall on some good ground. And when it falls on that good ground, it's because that individual's prepared for it. They've changed their life. They've been looking for something. They are listening to what you're saying. They know when you say something like it's a dual, binary, a non-flushing volume, intergalactic, speedo, uh, uh, comp plan, whatever you're saying, it's going to trigger something in their ears because they can hear. Their ground is prepared. They can hear. You should if you read Matthew chapter 13. It's the story of the sower is a great story. I enjoy it. I remember years ago having read it, but it's a perfect example for working in network marketing, multi-level marketing, whichever you want to call it. It's you, and you're going out there and you're sharing. You've got some good seed because you know it works. You know that it's going to help everybody. But if their ground is not prepared, it's not going to take root. It's just like the Word of God. Sometimes you may go to church and you may listen to the Word of God, and it may not take any effect because it's not prepared. Your ground's not prepared. You might have some weeds in there that have to be pulled out on the ground. You might have some rocks that have to be pulled out of the way so the seed can get down into the ground. You might have to till the land, dig it up a little bit so that it can be acceptable, it can be softened, it can be able to receive the seed. And then once it falls into good ground, then it's going to grow. The seed's going to take root. It's going to sprout. It's going to bring up fruit. It's going to do what it was meant to do. But that ground has got to be prepared. Now, how long does it take to prepare the ground? Well, an example that I was sharing with you about the young man who had the field and had all these weeds and rocks out there, it might take some time. It depends on how big your field is. So if you got a huge field and you got a lot of work to do on it, it might take you a little bit of time. But as long as you continue to work on pulling up the roots, on pulling up the weeds, on getting those rocks out, on tilling that land, it will work. Eventually, the seed's going to fall into good ground. And that's when you're sitting in church and the preacher might say something and you go, wow, oh, uh-huh. I've been sitting here hearing this all this time, and now all of a sudden it makes sense. You got the ground prepared. And it's the same thing in like manner when you're talking to someone about multi-level marketing, network marketing, something that you know will help them. They hear you, but because their heart, the seed, is not going to go in to a fertile place where it can take root at that time, they don't get it. They don't understand it. Some people will get it right away. Some people, some say things like some will, some won't. So what? I say, and so on. You just keep on throwing seeds out. You keep sowing. You keep handing information out. You keep inviting people to PBRs and presentations, online, offline, calls, things. You keep on talking to people, and you will do that because you have this driving force in you that tells you, this is the proper thing to do. This is how you share this information. This is how people are going to be able to become receptive to it. I've got some projects that I desire to work on. I've been working with a video channel and trying to get as many people to pay attention to what's going on in the world, because I believe that there's a reason for uh, the coming together of individuals and the spreading of the gospel and sharing the gospel with people, because eventually, with all this that's going on, a whole lot of people are going to want to know, where can they turn? What can they do? Who can they turn to? And it's going to be up to us Christians, us spiritual individuals, us believers to say, hey, listen, this is what I found works for me. I was having that same issue, that same problem, but this is what I found works for me. So when that ground is prepared, and it's being prepared now, it's being prepared, we'll be able to sow some seed on some good ground. The ground is being prepared. I didn't know I was going to say all that, but yes, the ground is being prepared, and we are being prepared to do our jobs. And so, God bless. Peace.